Hey folks, how you doing? It's a busy Saturday here in Las Vegas, downtown Fremont Street. Absolutely jumping. We get the full slate of college football games, heading towards a busy Sunday in the NFL. Talladega, by the way, my favorite NASCAR race of the year. You can get a long shot price. Earnhardt's the favorite, but you can go price shopping with this restrictor plate racing, and you know you always get the big one, the big accident. Uh, Golf right here in Vegas this weekend. The PGA Tour stop out at TPC Summerlin. It's amazing. This time of year, basketball's about to start. Hockey's in full flight, but football, it does take center stage. Hey, hanging out in Las Vegas, don't forget oddsworthbetting.com. They've got the featured pick of the day for you, and it is available right below this video. Let's talk about college football on Saturday. As you look at some of these games, even the smaller conferences, games that are going to impact who wins divisions and ultimately sets their stage to get in the conference championship games down the road. But we look at some of the bigger games. What do you do with Michigan State as a 16.5-point favorite against Indiana? Just simple angles and trends that make sense. Michigan State gets the miracle win. It even exacerbates the letdown problem. The miracle win over Michigan, it's an obvious letdown spot. And now they're laying 16.5 to Indiana. Now, it could go one of two ways. Michigan State thinks they're playing with house money, and they build off that, or they just are flat as flat can be. That will be a very interesting game to watch. There's another one, other games of that ilk that you have to focus on. Utah, Southern California. What do we do with the Utes? Here's we go later in the season. Utah up in the top 5 of the national rankings. All of a sudden, it's the weight of expectations for a program that hasn't been there for a long time. Now you've got USC laying the 3.5 in that particular spot. Washington and Stanford, some of the Pac-12 games you're going to keep an eye on. Tennessee and Alabama. Alabama, 15.5-point favorite. Now, all of a sudden, Alabama sees light at the end of the tunnel. But because they've had these big wins, all of a sudden now you get these inflated numbers again, laying more than 2 touchdowns against Tennessee, who's a vastly improved team. Duke, Virginia Tech. Brewer comes back for the Hokies. That's a big deal. So now we got to see what kind of team the Hokies become, laying points against a very well-coached Duke team. Some of the other interesting games you focus on, Auburn and Arkansas. 2 teams not getting the job done from a win perspective in the SEC, but 2 teams that are capable of good things. Arkansas, 5.5-point favorite there. Is Florida State walking into a trap game against Georgia Tech in that a tough offense? Georgia Tech's down, but they do have the ability to beat anybody on any given day, and now you got Florida State laying 6 on the road. Love watching the smaller conferences get their opportunity against the big schools. Western Kentucky has a great offense, but they're playing in Baton Rouge against LSU on a Saturday night, and LSU's laying a big number. Tough for a team like LSU to jump out of SEC play and get fired up to play a smaller conference team. These are dangerous, dangerous spots for teams like that. And then you want to see a track meet, watch the fun with Washington State and Arizona. It's the get-out game. 7.5, Arizona's favored. Washington State, every now and again, steps up, knocks off somebody. But the one thing we can rest assured of, that game will go up and down the field. It should be really entertaining. So it's going to be a great Saturday in college football. We set the table for a very busy Sunday in the NFL, highlighted by Dallas and the Giants. Only 2 late games on Sunday. We'll talk about that with you tomorrow. Just a bizarre setup from the NFL schedule maker. Matt Castle gets the start for the Cowboys against the Giants. We'll talk about that in tomorrow's segment. Always glad to be with you from Las Vegas, downtown on Fremont Street. Scoresandodds.com, inviting you to check out the feature pick of the day from our friends at oddsworthbetting.com.